Any tips on astro traveling? I love this. Let's get into it. The first thing is getting more into our imagination and creativity, because there's so many of us that are stressed out from like adult life and we're too far into our logical and analytical mind. And so when we get into an experience like astral traveling, one, we either get really fearful and scared because we're not used to that frequency, or we start saying like, I don't think that's real, So we need to get more into our upper chakras, and a way that you can do this by doing children's meditations. Okay, so there's this woman on Tube, and it's New Horizons, and she has hundreds of meditations. They're not specifically for your inner children, they're for children in general, but what they do is they take you on these magical experiences, and it really opens up what is possible for you and gets you out of that analytical and logical mindset. Then we need to learn how to drop down into theta state consciously. Okay, so that is when you are about to go to sleep and when you're about to wake up. Like you're very, very, very relaxed. Because in order to astral travel, you have to be in theta and delta waves, okay? And for some of us who are like really stressed out all the time, we have to learn how to regulate our central nervous system, because you're not going to be able to access those states of consciousness if you're in fight or flight or your central nervous system is agitated. So how do we do that? Okay, so we have to either do meditation. It doesn't have to be a sitting meditation. It can be you doing active meditations, especially for my neurospicy crew, because sometimes our thoughts are just too much. And so active meditations helps you get out of those ruminating thought patterns. I also recommend looking at Joe Dispenza's work on regulating your brain waves. That will really help you on a deeper level of understanding of how to do that consciously. And the third thing that I would do is start learning about the Akashic records. Akashic records are a consciousness state that you tap into, and it automatically drops you into theta and delta state, because you are getting up and looking through your multidimensional lens objectively at your human experience. It takes you out of the confines of the human paradigm, like 3D paradigm. But all three of those things can help you achieve that state of astral traveling. So listening to children's meditations, going on fun journeys, learning to regulate your central nervous system, learning about brainwaves and the Akashic records. Remember to save this post so you can come back and do the steps. And then if you found it helpful, remember to give it a follow. And if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I would love to answer.